got the feedback from a test trial I've been doing on a patient reactivation system that I've been working on for quite some time. It's not a new concept, but the nuances of pulling this off and getting a quick return is something that has eluded me over the past couple years, honestly, because I've tried it and tested, but haven't really figured it out up until now. And let me tell you how this plays out, man. So within less than 6 weeks, without any advertising dollar, without any real marketing money spent towards getting the word out, we were able to bring in over $20,000 for a clinic that was bringing on the PiezoWave Focused Shockwave Therapy device. And this is something that I really look forward to doing at scale. So I wanted to put together a quick presentation of how this phase one and walk through some of my thoughts and the theories about where this is going to go. Again, we're testing. We're not guaranteeing that's going to happen for every clinic. Obviously, results going to vary. This is the clinic that had a great presence in the community. And then we added in the actual Focus Shockwave and walked them through this demo day that helped them just bring on a lot of new business and get overall excitement happening, not only in the community, but inside the actual clinic, which I think this is going to be the most interesting because one of the big takeaways I learned from going to VMX down in Orlando, Florida this past week was that, man, staffing is a big deal in the vet industry, especially because it's not so much that they're having trouble getting clients. Now, high value clients that can allow you to compensate your team, do the things that you want to see, do with your practice, that's a conversation. But getting people on the books wasn't a big challenge as it was in the human market. So I want to talk about how you can leverage the actual technology like PiezoWave, something that's been proven, something that gets results, something that's immediate, to create something that could be totally different for your business. And especially to all my people that are avoiding the corporate giants out there and they don't want to go into that private equity route or being part of a larger, machine, you got to build up your own systems. And I think that this practice growth ecosystem that I've been building, man, the first leg is really becoming solid. And so launching this patient reactivation campaign to email campaigns, the first stage of the growth process. And then you look at predictable revenue opportunities. And there's two different pathways. We can talk about that in the future. And then the whole AI patient influencer flywheel where you bring back just retention and referrals. Let's get into it. To me, the biggest challenge I've noticed in that whole veterinary world, especially the business owners there, that the workloads are through the roof, difficulty hiring the right people with the right certifications, difficulty in compensating them for what they want to get compensated with today's times. You end up to high turnover, people leaving the actual industry, and it has an impact on your overall business because now you're probably working with a skeleton crew, so you're trying to do more with less, and people get burnt out. And that's just a vicious cycle and a ripple effect that goes throughout the whole business. So how do we talk about that? How do we look at other ways to address this need? I think before we go there, we got to talk about what's like the need behind the need, right? The why behind the why, the hidden pain, especially from the veterinary business owners. The burnout is well documented in this space. The stress, obviously, that comes with the burnout. The overall team morale dropping has a weight that people don't really dive into a ton. And the fear of just not getting it done, not only for your patients, but also for your team. I think that's just a weight that people walk around with and they don't really discuss often. It gets in this place where you probably feel shame. I know I did when I had my business and I wasn't able to deliver the way I thought I was going to deliver. And there was outside of economic things too, but at the end of the day, you're a business owner. You're like, man, it's on me and I didn't get it done. And you feel that weight. So I want to try to address some systems here that will help us look at this different. The ripple effect, like we mentioned, staffing shortage, increased workload on everybody else, morale drops, pain, right? As far as patient, the quality of their care might decrease, decline in overall client satisfaction, and you lose revenue because the word starts going around that maybe they don't get it done. Man, the solution though, this is where the activation thing comes in. And stick with me here because this has to be something where you not only activate the existing patients, but your team needs to be involved in this activation process. So it's an internal and external move where you're looking to boost the morale, but you also want to boost the income and you want somebody to own this activation process. And that was one of the things that was the missing piece when I was looking back at what didn't work in the past and what's worked for this other group where we did a 20K thing in 5 weeks from start to finish. Like they had somebody that was going to be the champion. They had a process that we can start to build around, and we had some automation to help make that easier for them as well. Because overburdening or putting too much on someone's plate is not going to be what anybody wants to sign up for. But I do think there's a way to incentivize this on the back end. So we'll get into that next. So it works. Identify existing patients, obviously. If we go with more of a specialty type of program, aging pets or older pets, that could be a thing to look at as well. How do we engage them? Email marketing with the campaigns that we built out using AI and having the right prompts there. I'll share those with you. In the reactivation process, just having those workflows operating for you and where you can drip it out, the right call to actions, to get people scheduled on your books or get people dropping past the front desk to at least ask more questions. A lot of education goes into that engagement as well. It wasn't mentioned, and like I said, that how do you incentivize your team is the biggest part, because this is a team sport. This is a place where people have to feel like they can own this and they can know that, okay, man, the quality of the job goes up because the patients are getting better and that always feels great. But also, you probably have some bills that you want to take care of. And if you can find a pathway to do both, this is when this really gets good. Team morale, I just think this is such a big thing, and the focus has to go here. So before we even get into running email lists and all this, finding someone that you can saying that's thinking about this, like, hey, I want to learn, I want to watch what Joe and his team are doing, and I can just wait in the wings. Even you don't have to be hands on because we did the heavy lifting up front, but it showed them the process of how they can do it for themselves with or without our software. And like I said, the chiropractic clinic that blew it out the water, they had issues with the staffing thing. Activating existing patients just wasn't happening. And the results were just awesome. Get into how do you incentivize the team. That's something that could be discussed. But the patient reactivation program, again, the stages: identify, engage, education, activate, and then have those incentives lined up for your staff member. If you're interested in learning about this, reach out to us. We would love to talk to you. We'd love to show you the inner workings of this, because we have a online community that we're putting this together. But if you're a veterinary business owner, you want to just see what this could mean for your business, explore it, test it. There's zero cost to run these campaigns. And again, you can leave with a nice boost to your, not only your team, but your actual bottom line as well. So we'd love to show you guys more. Reach out here, give us a call, and schedule a time with our AI assistant. All right. Talk to you guys next time.